What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, listen, Nina is really getting on my nerves. Like, it seems to me like Carly just lives rent free in her mind every day. Like, when she went to go see Sonny to tell him that she was filing for visitation, Sonny was like, no. Sonny said, do not do that. That's not good. Um, because Sonny knows that if they take this to court, it's gonna get ugly. And he knows he's going to be put in the middle of it because you got Michael on one side, you got Nina on the other. He's going to be in the middle of all of this, so they're going to want him to take a side. So he's going to try to diffuse the situation, of course. And Nina, she just keeps bringing up Carly every 5 seconds. Carly isn't even doing anything. And she's talking about, oh, because I know Carly's going to try and stop me from seeing Wiley. Carly has no authority when it comes to who sees Wiley. This Carly's not even doing anything. She's not even telling Michael, oh, keep her away. Carly ain't thinking about that. Not once has Carly came up to Michael so far and mentioned anything about Wiley and Nina. Not once. So Nina need to go sit down. And Sonny's an idiot. Because he talking about, oh, let me just go to Michael and see if I could diffuse this situation, see if I could, talk to him about letting you see him or whatever. Sonny, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea because we seen how pissed off Michael was when it came down to Sonny advocating for Nina before, like defending her and stuff like that. You go to him defending her and trying to be her advocate and all that, it's only gonna piss Michael off more. Don't do that. Do not do it. It's a fool's move. Don't do it, Sonny. Don't you dare. Don't do it. So Carly and Gladys end up coming up over there or whatever because Gladys feels the need to stop this wedding. Let me tell you something. I agree with Gladys. I feel like them getting married right now is a bad idea. It's a super bad idea. But I do agree with Sonny and Carly on this. They're grown. Brando's a grown man. Let him live his life. And it was so funny how Carly said, well, you got to let your kids live their lives. Ma'am. Ma'am. Since when do Carly have these thoughts? You got to let your kids live your life. Even Gladys was looking at her like, what? Since when? She was like, is this really you saying that? And I agree. I'm like, what? Carly? Since when does Carly let her children live their lives? How many times have we seen Carly try to tell Morgan what to do when he was grown? Try to tell Michael what to do. Even to this day, she still be trying to tell him what to do and how to do it and whom to do it with. Now all of a sudden she's talking about, oh, you gotta let your kids live their life. Okay. I hope she remembered this conversation now. When it comes down to Michael, I hope, and Wiley and stuff, I hope she remembers what she just said to Gladys. Keep that same energy, Carly. I'm just saying. You said it. You better keep it. Um. So I'm glad, Gladys talked to Brando and stuff, and she gave him her blessings, and it was hard for her to do it, but I agree with Sonny. She did the right thing, cause she did, and I'm actually proud of Gladys. I said, look at Gladys trying to turn over a new leaf. I said it's about damn time. Um. I don't know what it is, but I remember growing up in daytime weddings used to be so. Listen, whenever somebody was getting married in daytime back when I was growing up, it used to be an event. You hear me? Like they used to have week-long promos about just a regular couple getting married on daytime TV because they used to have these big budget weddings. Nowadays, there's no promo behind it. There's no big build up to it. People getting married in bars, restaurants, jail. And now they get married in mechanic shops. Hell to the no. I couldn't do it. You ain't about to have me get married next to exhaust fumes and everything else. No. That wedding was so tacky. And I can't believe they were cool with that. Like Sasha and Brando were okay with that. She was like, as long as we're married, it don't matter where we're getting married. It mattered to me. I'm just My thing is, how is that marriage even legal? Because I understand the guy who married them, the mechanic, he's a ordained minister. But when did they get a marriage certificate? Because usually it take you a little minute. You gotta fill out paperwork and stuff like that. It's a whole process to get a marriage license. You can't just get one at the drop of a dime. If that was the case, people would just be getting married all day, every day. If it was that simple, like it takes a little second. I'm like, when did they get one? But I like you gotta suspend disbelief. But they really got married in that garage. I was just like, hell to the no. And then they're gonna stay at the mechanic's house for the night. Mind you, they're gonna have to sleep on a sofa in a sleeping bag or something like that. And I'm just like, yeah, this is not how you start out a marriage. Hell no. Um, yeah, this marriage just screams struggle love. Like it just screams a mess, a hot mess. And she's still sitting there popping them pills. Like I'm surprised Brando is not noticing things about her. Like I'm just shocked. Maybe he is noticing and maybe he's electing to ignore it maybe. I don't know, but I'm just like Brando, don't do this. I was so mad when he decided to go ahead and marry her. I'm like not like this. Clearly she's not in her right mind. Like she over here popping these pills. This is not going to end well. It's not. It's not going to end well. Especially when they get back to Port Charles. It's not going to end nicely. So anyway, moving on from that. Um Willow needs to stop beating herself up. Like she keeps beating herself up because she feels like, oh, she snapped on Nina and that's why Nina's trying to come after them with this visitation and stuff. And I'm like, listen, you said what needed to be said at the end of the day. And that's their child. If they don't feel comfortable with Nina right now being around Wiley, that's their choice. You know? And Diane pretty much put it out there to them. She was like, listen, Nina is not totally correct. Nina does not have a right to see Wiley. You know what I mean? Does she have the legal right to file paperwork to see a petition with the court? Yes. But she doesn't have a right to just demand to see him or nothing like that. Of course not. Um and Diane had good advice for them. She said, listen, try to figure this thing out to where you don't have to go to court, because that's the last thing you want is for an ugly, nasty court battle, which I do agree. Um, and Diane also told them, like, do not engage with Nina. You know what I'm saying? If you see her, don't engage with her. And I agree, because now that she's talking legal and stuff like that, that's when you cut conversation with her. You know what I'm saying? Once you bring lawyers into it, cut the conversation. And I agree with Diane on that one. I totally do. Um, so anyway, I love when Diane and Alexis be having a bar nights or their drinking nights, even though Alexis can't drink anymore. But I love seeing them hang out. And Diane was not happy when she asked Harmony to join them. I love the recast of Harmony. Well, it's a temporary recast, but I like her. She was cool. Um, but yeah, Diane is not happy about this new friendship between Alexis and Harmony. She is not thrilled in the least about this. And then when she overheard that little conversation about Harmony and the birth certificate, when Harmony was talking to Willow and stuff about the birth certificate, Diane peeped that conversation. And eventually she probably gonna inquire about like, okay, so how she get that birth certificate then? How she figure that mess out? Um, I can understand where Diane was coming from with Alexis, because she just wanted Alexis to have fun, because Alexis definitely was kind of acting like a Debbie Downer. And Diane wanted her to have fun. There was a dude trying to talk to Alexis, buy her a drink or whatever, and Alexis completely shut him down. And Diane wants Alexis to move on with her love life. But I do agree with Harmony, though. I feel like Diane should, I mean, not Diane, but Alexis, she should date when she's ready to date. And Alexis is not thinking about a relationship right now. She has to do it on her own terms. And I do agree with that. But I feel like Diane was just trying to be a good friend, like we all are. Because I did that recently with a friend where I was telling her, like, listen, start going out there trying to put yourself out there and date, but she was like, nah, I'm not ready right now. And I agree, I didn't push on it, because I agree. Sometimes you got to take time out for yourself, and if something comes along and you're willing to entertain it, then go for it. But until then, do it at your own pace. But I love how Alexis got back in the groove of things. And she got on that dance floor and started, you know, mm, 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 mm. That's what I'm talking about. Alexis was trying to get down on that dance floor. I love seeing Alexis having a good time because she deserved it. A night out, just let your hair down. She deserved that. So moving on from that, I love how Mac and Felicia popped up on Austin and Maxie when they was almost about to kiss and stuff. Mac was like, Mac was not here for it. Felicia had to be all nosy, talking about, oh, so are you two an item now? I was here for it. I loved it. And I do agree with Felicia because Felicia said exactly what I was saying for the last few weeks. She's been saying it. And she told Mac, she says she feels like, yeah, Maxie's grown. She going to do what she want to do. But she feels like Maxie shouldn't be rushing into a relationship right now. She feels like that's a relationship is the last thing Maxie needs right now. I concur. I totally agree. She don't need to be putting herself in that situation right now. Like after everything she done been through. No, is not the time for it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm hoping Maxie and Austin take it very slow. And I love how Mac is being a protective father. He was like, I'm gonna keep my eye on Austin, and I don't blame Mac. Especially with some of the duds that Maxie had been dealing with, I don't blame him. Um, it was super funny when Obrecht popped up. She is still holding that grudge against Austin. Like she is not letting it go, and it looked like Maxie wanted to bust out laughing. Um, but she pretty much asked Obrecht, to give him a chance or whatever. And Obrecht was like, all right, for your sake, I'm going to give him a shot. But he messed up again. Obrecht was like, listen, he fuck up again. It's a wrap. I love me some Liesl. I love her. Like how protective she is of Maxie and the rest of her family. I love Liesl. I love the character development of Lisa Obrecht in the last 10 years that she's been on this show. She's been on this show 9.5 years. And I love the growth. I love it. She could be villainous, but she also has a kinder heart than she did when she first came on the show because she was cold blooded. But now it's like she has a new lease on life. She's in a good relationship. Her bond with Britt is better than what it was. She got grandchildren now. A grandchild. She has roots. I love that about her. I love it. And she funny as hell. Like Obrecht is hilarious to me. I'm glad Maxie is gonna get rid of Peter's box or whatever, his box of belongings and stuff. I think she should burn it. But Austin was like, nah, we got hazardous stuff or whatever they call it, something in the morgue that could help get rid of it or whatever. I think she should have just lit a match to it and burned the shit, honestly. Kind of like a cleansing, you know what I mean? Like that's exactly what I think she should have did. So anyway, moving on from that, I love the scenes with Robert and Anna. I loved it. I always love seeing them together. Robert is right though. Anna needs to stop beating herself up about Peter. Like Peter made his own choices, he made his own bed, he had to lie in it. You know what I mean? She's not responsible for his actions. And I'm glad he kept telling her that. She needs to see that. Like you're not responsible for Peter. Only Peter is responsible for Peter. Um so her and Felicia came up with the idea that they're going to go to Austria to investigate Luke's death. But she kind of needs Felicia to go with her because if Anna goes by herself, it might tip Victor off that she's investigating it. And if he gets wind that she's investigating, he's gonna send somebody down there. He's gonna try to cover his tracks. So she got to be pretty sneaky about this. Mac, of course, is not happy about his wife involving herself in this, but Mac gotta understand something. His wife is not a delicate flower. Like, yeah, it's dangerous what they're doing, but Felicia ain't no damsel in distress. Far from it. You know what I'm saying? Felicia definitely know how to handle herself. But I get where Matt coming from. He a concerned husband. But no matter what he said, Felicia was gonna do what Felicia wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? She told him that. She was like, listen, I'm gonna do what I want. You don't tell me what to do. I love how strong Felicia is though. I love it. Like she's fearless, And that's sometimes, deep down you got fears, but on the outside, you know how not to show it. You know what I mean? Like she's a very stoic person. I love it. I love seeing all these vets together and stuff plotting and planning. I'm here for it. And I want to see more of it. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.